Hey, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to the eternal quest for justice. Oh man, we're starting off with the sweet tune? Right, I don't even remember what's going on. I think we're about to go next door, right? Love waiting for that to kick in. Right, SS Booyah! Let's get on with it. What the hell? Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Alright, some sort of loud scream just before this episode, I guess. Ooh, I'm in a damn good mood today. Let's get on with the justice quest. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Was it him? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me, and you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? No. I am a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. What? The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. Why's he got a massive pair of scissors? We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. Is he calling us a chick? What? So, might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small travelling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Travelling inside one's trunk? Ah, the old stowaway hunch. Interesting. Don't look at me. What? He was right? This will be like the first prediction this guy's got right. Oh my, did you see that? Yes, the case just shook. Leave, now, otherwise I call the steward. So, this is Kazuma's neighbour. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. What? Could she read our mind? Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Oh yeah, is that the guy who wants to snap our neck? I suppose we'll talk to him first. Last night. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to ask you about something. No. I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. This is going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. What's he doing in there? Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. So, that kind of makes me think we don't need to bother with these two yet, because we may need to present something that will make him open up a bit. But I may forget. Screw it. Be move, I guess, right? No, examine. There we are. Hello. Do you have a moment, please? You'll need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, what were you doing in there? You're just smoking in the wardrobe. What's the matter with this guy? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no actually, you're spot on. For once. Observe closely. Is he just going to go look in the chest? What are you talking to me for? Okay, our Russian host in this cabin is clearly trying to hide something. Yeah, what's that paper in his pocket? And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? What? Why? The truth, of course. Isn't that the same for anyone, not just Russians? Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Yeah, exactly. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards is so clearly exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh, is he going to do it for us? Result. Oh, yes, please. What's he going to do? Is he just going to randomly guess? Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Damn, this guy loves his greats. What? Sir, please put the scissors down. Could this man be more of a hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? Is it a fake beard? Question number one. What? From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? Will this guy shut up? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes... I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorise before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Yeah, good point. Shh! I must have complete silence, for I am about to guess. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Is he going to just pull the beard? Never do that to a man. Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Is he just going to say this guy's the serial killer? Using those shears, you were about to end the existence of something most dear. What? Are you not? Huh! And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realise you have been discovered. Does it not? Ah! Oh, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions of my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle! Amazing. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. What? Looks like she's in love. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the colour is drained from Mr. Roylott's face. Yeah, he has gone a bit purple or blue around the eyes for a second there. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh man, this looks long. The game is afoot. Old man's identity, okay. God damn, they went in on this mini cutscene. So, the dubious looking Russian, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? Yep, is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? Yeah, I wonder if the newspaper... Well, it looks kind of like a newspaper. That's in his pocket? I wonder if that is one of these two somehow. Ah! What? No, it doesn't look like him. I can't read a word of Russian. Me neither. I think we looked at this already. I may be wrong. No, not him! Shut! Ah! I don't think we read the second article, but we won't bother. Oh, shut up. Never lived to tell the tale? That does look quite different. He despises his degree today. He need only shave it off. Okay. Maybe I should have been paying attention to this. Was he trying to chop his own beard off? What a bastard. Nah, it doesn't look like him. The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. That'd be awesome if it wasn't a hat. That was just more of his hair. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Oh, no way. Maybe we read that gimmick just in time then. Now, moving on. Why's he getting shy? The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. No, is he just going to repeat the same crap? Which it would appear you have read also. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No, it's definitely not him. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. What's he going to say, therefore? Ah, no. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. You never know, it might just be because he did not want to look like that guy. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Conclusion: guilty. Revolutionary on the run. Okay. Oh, how many topics are there? Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ha! And I assure you the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. Ah, the moving chest. Right, place your bets now. I think... Oh, I was going to say dog, but this game likes to be a bit weird and wacky at times, so it could be something weird like, who knows, like a badger or something? Or an octopus? God knows. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that travelling case. Okay, he had a question mark there, but for everything else he's had massive exclamation marks. So maybe he is about to cut his beard, but the box isn't that relevant. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation. A young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. I suppose it could be like a tiny child or something, right? Doesn't look like many air holes in that chest. No wonder she's kicking the crap out of it from inside. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the travelling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless Doyle betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your travelling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. Okay, he didn't like that one either. For there is another most stimulating article. Ah, the ballerina that went missing, right? If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Click. I suppose it's only a tiny picture in a paper, but it doesn't look like she'd fit in a suitcase. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Guilty! Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Oh, if she's young, maybe not then. Or maybe so, I should say, about the old chest. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. What? Don't modernise it. That wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. I see. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, could you come over here a moment? No, don't invite him back. Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's a newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. Yeah, plastic surgery, I suppose so. I don't think the article mentioned any dates or whatever, so meh. In fairness, he does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Oh, was that the other? Oops. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. Okay, is she some sort of child prodigy ballerina where she might be 5? To highlight that is a bit interesting. Maybe if we do make it to a courtroom, that'll be specific. So try and remember 5 years old in case scale of the case comes into play in future. I don't suppose the missing ballerina... Ah, yeah, exactly. Is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15! What an idiot. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, that rules that out. Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. Ah, the old magic suitcase. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Ugh, fuck drinking vinegar daily. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh yeah, it could be a contortionist, you never know. Yeah. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, this whole thing is turning into a circus.
Something's occurred to me about his deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off.
Yeah, exactly. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself.
It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
No, we're just going to make him look good. Switch some keywords in his deductions.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of his great deduction.
Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. What? This man's a lot of work, and he wants us to do all of it. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. Oh yeah, my wrists? What? When did that happen?
Where are your handcuffs?
How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it!
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel!
And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. No, you bastard, I put them back on. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. He's proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay, course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Okay. So that will lose any lives, but we'll do a little safety save. You'd imagine we'll have to present something or whatever at some point. So the dubious looking Russian. Okay, we don't need to read that again. That's fine. And then he did the same thing about cutting his beard, right? No. Okay, interesting.
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
Hell no, that'd suck. I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Speak for yourself, putz. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though.
It doesn't seem to be sitting right with him either.
Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong.
Let's try to switch a key word here and see if it helps matters.
Alright, well, yeah, tutorial, okay. Long hard look at him. No, well, we're going to have to... It might be that gimmick from the past games where you have to, like, really watch someone carefully and watch for any tiny thing, like a tiny bit of armpit sweat or a twitch of an eyebrow or something awful. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. Right, then we swap it in. Leave the rest in your hands. Cool. Why is it always me? Yeah, good shout. Okay, what was he really going to use those shears for? Oh no, we can't save! Copious beard, thick hat. He was going to cut the coat hooks. Coat buttons? Why would he cut his hat? Let's go for coat buttons, just because it's a weird option.
Are you looking at the buttons on this coat?
Could it be that he was planning to cut these off?
Why?
Well, when you're wearing thick gloves, it can be very hard to undo buttons. Then couldn't you just take off your gloves? Aha! So he was going to use the scissors to cut his gloves off then! Oops. Looks like we fucked it.
I want you to take a deep breath and look at this from a fresh perspective.
Alright. Oops, I think she's angry. Right, we don't want to get judo chopped. Why are we still down here? Okay. He was going to cut his ear off like Van Gogh. Thick hat. Why would you cut your hat? It's a very thick hat, isn't it?
Ah, that's the secret, you see. Don't you know?
Secret? What?
Well, before we left Japan, I took some time to study various foreign countries. Russia is a land of unimaginable cold, and a thick hat is the secret to keeping warm. Without one, I read that your brain would freeze.
Yep, that's how it works.
That was just one of many fascinating snippets of information in Oh Mother, Not Russia.
Sounds like an awful magazine. I think maybe you picked the wrong book there. Yep. What? What is it?
So it keeps doing it from a different angle. Whoa. I thought something different flashed up there.
Fine, it was his beard.
Really is a very full beard, isn't it?
Yes. Got to cut it off.
Still think he looks nothing like the geezer.
Apologies, just skipping through this because it's all a fair bit of waffle.
So if he wasn't going to cut his beard, he was going to cut something else.
Yeah, we need to look at this. Ah, maybe it'll go behind him now or something.
Bollocks! You just used the right stick. Golden locks.
Well, never cut your golden locks. What the? What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks.
No, the colour is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of his head?
And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair?
Isn't that his hat?
Well, yes, that's true. So it's
Oh, is this some weird gimmick like in the courtroom? Where that guy had a baby hiding in his coat?
So it's stunningly beautiful and surprising.
Something's definitely not right here. Something ain't right. Can you get around the side? I don't know. Golden locks, thick hat. What do you have to do now? Examine the beard again? What about the back of the flap? No? Ah. Oh, I don't know. What if we examine the beard again now he knows it? Well, yeah, like take your hat off? Oh, we're meant to present it. Right, I just realised I've been walking around examining everything. Oh dear. Right, let's actually... Yes. Boom. Whoa, screen shatter. Well, at least we clocked what we're doing at the last minute and managed to do the right thing. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. This bastard's stealing our thunder. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, a ballerina, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. No, not another girl's voice. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No, that's why you're wrong. Well, that was a shock. Right, let's mash through this and we'll leave it there. I had no idea that man was a young woman in disguise. Did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with him. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of his deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. Right, let's save. Boom, perfect timing. Half an hour. Bish, bash, bosh. Boom. So we're going to help Herlock Sholmes, unfortunately. And yeah, it's about our time, guys. So if you like the looks of any of these tiny videos popping up and filling the screen, have a look at them. And of course, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.